Just turned 30. Why be mad?
Speaking on turning 30, you told me during pregame that a great way to celebrate would be clinching the sixth seed tonight. How did you guys celebrate in that locker room, and just what does it mean to officially clinch?
We didn't celebrate in the locker room for real. We just kind of acknowledged the feat, sorry, and just understand there's more to go. I don't know what everybody's doing tonight. Have a nice bottle of wine, folks.
For what this group has gone through this season and all the newness, what does it say about the resolve and resiliency and how you guys have come together to check off a goal that you guys set out on?
I think it speaks to the character of the group, the maturity, and just the selflessness. I think everybody came in here and just tried to figure out what their job was going to be and execute it to the best of their ability and push forward.
Real quick, red or white wine?
Huh?
Red or white wine?
Oh, red. Come on, bro.
It's what?
No. Honestly, I'm gonna probably get into white wine just with like some fish pairings and just in general because I'm giving up tequila in the next like couple days. I know it's tough. Cold game. Hey, listen, man, it's gonna be different now.
Well, I'm probably gonna get in the doghouse again for that. You would say, ask him. You had said a couple days ago, that the 18-19 team that had made the 6 seed. This is a completely
Yeah,
different deal. I guess what's different about that to you?
we're more established. I think that was a young team trying to find their way. We have a lot of guys who kind of understand who we are in the NBA already, and we're trying to find our way as a unit. That one was more so. We had a lot of guys trying to find their way just as individuals in the league. Now we had great vibes, a bunch of great character guys, and it wasn't selfishness, but we still just kind of were wide-eyed and didn't necessarily know. You got guys on this team that went to the finals, conference finals, things of that nature, have experience, and having appropriate respect for Philly, obviously, but there's no like fear or anything.
Even Jock was kind of saying you guys did it a little differently. Some of the teams even below you in the play-in have that superstar kind of guy, and you guys don't. That people say you need that in the playoffs. Do you feel that way?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Reputation does matter. And so I've spoke about this a lot, right? That last 6 minute stretch, things on the margin, like bang bang calls, things like that. Like we're not gonna get them. But at the same time, reputations are typically made in the playoffs, right? So McKelkey's playing at the level he is. He'll be considered a star at the end of this thing, especially if we can, advance or do anything special. So I think we got a guy that has the capability to play at that level, and then you've got one damn good looking point guard too.
Two quick ones for you. One, when the announcer says that you guys clinched the sixth seed before the game is even over, just what goes through your head at that moment?
Oh, listen, bro, I knew the score of the Heat game. It was right there. I
Right
don't know.
where?
If you noticed when it hit about up 15, 17 with 3 minutes to go, my level of intensity dropped a little bit. That's why JV was mad at me. But I was like, bro, I told him I was like, man, hey, smile, dude. Like you a nice guy. Like, come on, man.
And second, you touched on that 18-19 team. Is there a difference in feeling or emotion clinching the playoff spot at that point in time than there is right now?
Yeah, I think. We were more excited. I think this one was more measured. Like I said, we have guys that have experienced not just individual success, but playoff success as well. At that point in time, we didn't really have guys that had. Again, the Phoenix guys went to the finals. And then me and Doe were playing in the conference finals against the eventual champion. So like we played at a higher level of basketball than the first round. Last year. Now again, we have to come together. New system, new city, all that other stuff. So it's not going to be an easy task by any stretch. And they have the probable MVP. So again, like I said, there's an appropriate respect. Give Philly their credit, but at the same time, we do feel like we belong in that arena. You mean like when I first got here, or like coming into this game? I mean, that was always the plan. We never spoke about losing or anything like that. I think prior to the last week or so, it was like a goal. You know what I mean? Then it became an expectation as we got down to probably the last 4 or 5 games, especially with like beating the Heat and the Hawks. Sorry. Then it became like, hey, like now we need to handle business. We put ourselves in position. Let's be grown-ups about it.
In a situation like this where you have one more game left, and I know Jock said that they'll talk it over about playing time and minutes for Sunday, but how interesting and weird is it to take on a team for your last game of the regular season, and then that be your same matchup for the playoffs?
Man, ain't nobody gonna be playing, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's be real. Like even if we play on our side, bro, they not gonna play. So like let's he can't say that. He's the coach. He's got to be like all like by the book and stuff. And they'll probably be mad at me. But hey, we all having a good mood. It's a good vibe. It was just my birthday, so give me a pass. But like, come on, that's the NBA don't do that. Nobody in the NBA does that. Like, so you're not gonna be able to take anything from that film. Really, like you'll probably go back to the one that we played that where the shot didn't count.
You talked about reputations are largely built in the playoffs,
Yeah.
postseason, what have you. Do you think that also applies to rivalries? In other words, are rivalries also built in those games that actually matter?
Definitely. I mean, I think we'd probably need a little bit more long-standing success as an organization to call Philly a true rival. But we have had some ironic meetings when I was there. I know they had a little bit of beef. I think Nick and Embiid got into it or something like that, and Embiid had elbowed Jared, like just stuff like that that I've seen from afar. Yeah, I mean, I would say it's too early, but we pull off the upset. I think you can start having that conversation. But again, like this is all conjecture and speculation at the time. Like we got to get into the film, get into the weeds of it, really start preparing. And again, like I said, it's no easy task playing MVP. So we got to work it out for us.